They thought they were untouchable. Fake HOA cops showed up at his front door, flashing badges and demanding he comply or be arrested. But what they didn't know, the man they were threatening wasn't just another homeowner. He was one of the most feared FBI agents in the country, and in the next 10 minutes, their lives, their lies, and their entire scheme would come crashing down. It was supposed to be a quiet Saturday morning. Marcus, a black homeowner in a wealthy suburban neighborhood, was sipping coffee on his porch. He had lived there for years, keeping to himself, paying his dues and never once causing trouble. But this was a neighborhood where appearances mattered more than truth, and where the HOA wasn't just a committee, it was practically a cartel run by one woman, Karen Simmons, the self-proclaimed guardian of the community. Karen had always seen Marcus as a threat. She didn't like that he owned one of the largest homes on the block. She didn't like that his car, a sleek black SUV, looked newer than hers. And worst of all, she didn't like that no matter what fines or letters she sent, Marcus never bowed to her demands. This time, Karen wasn't coming with a letter. This time she was coming with backup. Just before noon, 3 men in dark uniforms pulled up outside Marcus's house. Their cars had flashing lights, but not the kind you'd see on real police cruisers. Their uniforms had badges, but on closer look, the patches said Community Enforcement Division. They marched up to Marcus's door with swagger, as if they had authority. One of them, a tall man with mirrored sunglasses, shouted, "Sir, step outside immediately. You're under arrest for violating HOA property codes." Marcus blinked, almost laughing. "HOA property codes? You're joking, right?" But the man held up a pair of handcuffs. "Non-compliance will escalate your charges. Step outside now." Behind them, Karen appeared, arms folded, smiling smugly. "Finally. Let's see how special you feel after this, Marcus. No one disrespects me in my neighborhood." Instead of panicking, Marcus calmly set his coffee cup down. He looked each 5 of the fake officers in the eye. "Arrest me on what authority?" The leader sneered. "We're with the HOA Community Enforcement. We are the law here." Karen chimed in. "Yes, Marcus, you've ignored letters, refused inspections, and you're a constant disturbance. These officers will handle you." Marcus tilted his head slightly. "Officers, huh? All right then. Let me just grab something from inside." He turned slowly, deliberately, and walked into his house. The fake cops laughed, thinking they had intimidated him. Karen smirked, whispering to them, "Make sure he learns his place today." But inside, Marcus wasn't grabbing his ID. He was grabbing something else. Moments later, Marcus walked back outside. But this time, he wasn't carrying papers. He wasn't even carrying his phone. He held up a leather badge case. The golden. Letters gleamed under the sun. Federal Bureau of Investigation. The men froze. Karen's smirk vanished. Marcus's voice was calm but commanding. "You see this? This isn't an HOA badge. This isn't a fake patch you ordered online. This is federal authority. And right now you're impersonating law enforcement, attempting unlawful arrest, and trespassing on federal property. Because guess what, Karen? My home isn't just a house, it's under FBI protection," the fake cop stuttered. One tried to laugh it off. We were just following HOA orders." Marcus snapped, "Save it. You've just committed a federal offense and you're not walking away today." Marcus pulled out his phone and made a single call. Not 911, a private line. Within 10 minutes, 3 real unmarked black SUVs rolled up, engines low and menacing. Real federal agents stepped out, weapons visible, movements sharp and precise. The fake HOA cops instantly paled. They knew this was no game. One of Marcus's colleagues, Agent Ramirez, stepped up. "Sir, you want us to process them?" Marcus nodded slowly. "Every last one of them," Karen screamed. "This is outrageous. They work for me. They're HOA security." Agent Ramirez turned to her. "Lady, they're going to federal prison, and if you orchestrated this, you're going with them." Karen's bravado shattered. She begged, she pleaded, claiming it was all a misunderstanding. Marcus, stone-faced, simply said, "You thought you could humiliate me. You thought power was yours because you had a clipboard and a committee. But you forgot one thing. Real power isn't loud. Real power doesn't need to flaunt. And real power doesn't answer to the HOA. The fake officers were handcuffed, on the spot. Karen was placed in the back of a black SUV screaming about her rights. As the convoy pulled away, Marcus finally sat back down on his porch. He picked up his coffee, now lukewarm, and whispered to himself, another case closed. 2 weeks later, news broke nationwide. The so-called HOA community enforcement wasn't just a joke. It was part of a larger scam operation targeting wealthy neighborhoods, extorting homeowners and threatening minorities. Thanks to Marcus's calm control and hidden identity, the entire network unraveled. Dozens of arrests followed, and Karen, she wasn't just fined. She was sentenced for conspiracy, fraud, and harassment. The same woman who claimed she ran the neighborhood was now cleaning floors in prison. As for Marcus, he stayed in his home, silent, respected, and now untouchable, because no one dared to cross the man who wasn't just a neighbor. He was the FBI's most feared undercover agent. They came with fake badges, but left in real handcuffs. And the Karen who started it all, she learned the hard way. You never know who you're messing with, especially when that man is the FBI. What would you have done if fake cops showed up at your door? Stay silent like Marcus or confront them right away. Comment below.